Carl's husband entertained his girlfriend in my bed. I entertained myself with his eviction. I worked 60 hours a week as a software developer, while my husband Carl stayed home to manage the house. We agreed to this 5 years ago when I got promoted. He'd quit his retail job, keep the house clean, cook meals, handle errands. It worked great at first. I'd come home to a spotless house and dinner ready. Carl seemed happy not dealing with customers anymore, and I was making enough to support us both comfortably. We even bought a nice house in the suburbs with my bonus money. Life was good. Then little things started changing. I'd come home and the bed would be freshly made at 6 p.m. Weird, but whatever. The shower would be wet even though Carl showered in the mornings. He said he got sweaty cleaning. The laundry doubled even though it was just us two. Carl said he was washing sheets more often to keep things fresh. I believed him because why would I question my husband? My neighbor, Mrs. Flores, changed everything. She worked nights and was usually home during the day. One Tuesday, she knocked on my door after I got home. She looked uncomfortable and said she needed to tell me something. A woman had been coming to our house every day around 10 a.m. and leaving at 4 p.m. Young woman, maybe 25, driving a white sedan. Mrs. Flores thought I should know. I thanked her and said it was probably the cleaning service. We didn't have a cleaning service. Wednesday, I called in sick but didn't tell Carl. Parked down the street at 9:30 and waited. At 10:15, a white sedan pulled up. A woman got out wearing a dress that barely covered anything. Carl met her at the door in his boxers. They were making out before the door even closed. I sat in my car for 2 hours planning. Then I went to work and acted normal. Carl texted asking how my day was. I said busy as usual. He sent a heart emoji. Thursday, I worked from home but told Carl I had to go to the office. Left at 9, drove around the block and parked behind the house. Went through the back door quietly. They were in my bedroom, in my bed, on my $1,000 sheets I'd bought with my bonus. I took pictures through the cracked door, then left. Carl texted that afternoon saying he missed me. I said I missed him too. Friday, I knew they'd be there, so I called my lawyer friend Tammy, explained everything and asked about eviction laws. Since Carl wasn't on the mortgage and we weren't legally married yet, just engaged, I could give him 30 days notice. Tammy drafted the letter that day. I also called a locksmith and scheduled for Monday. Saturday, Carl made my favorite breakfast and suggested we watch a movie. I said sure and picked Fatal Attraction. He didn't get the irony. Sunday, we visited his parents. They talked about our wedding plans for next year. I smiled and nodded. His mom said Carl was lucky to have found someone who took such good care of him. I agreed he was very lucky. Monday, I left for work normal time. Carl kissed me goodbye. At 10:30, I came back with the locksmith and my brother Evan. The white sedan was there. We changed all the locks while they were inside. Then I called Carl's phone. He didn't answer. I called again. He picked up sounding breathless, saying he was at the gym. I said that was interesting because I was standing in our driveway looking at a white sedan. Silence. I said he had 10 minutes to get dressed and get out, both of them. He came running out in sweatpants trying to explain. I handed him the eviction notice and said 30 days starts now, but he could save time and leave today. The woman, Amber, was crying saying she didn't know he was married. I said we weren't married and now never would be. She said Carl told her he was divorced and the house was his. I pulled up our county property records on my phone showing only my name. Amber called Carl a lying piece of garbage and drove off. Carl begged me to let him explain. I said explain what? That he'd been sleeping with her in my bed while I paid for everything? He said it wasn't like that. I asked what it was like then. He said I was always working and he was lonely. I said he could have gotten a job instead of a girlfriend. His parents called within an hour. Carl had told them I kicked him out for no reason. I sent them the pictures. His mom called back crying saying she didn't raise him to be this way. His dad said Carl could stay with them but he'd be getting a job immediately. Carl had to move back to his childhood bedroom at 35. Amber posted on Instagram that men who lie about being single are trash. Tagged Carl in it. His friends saw and started asking questions. I answered them all honestly. Carl's now working at a warehouse and living with mommy.